questions?
None online, yes, sir.
All right, no sir. All right, let me know once I get it. All right.
Call it, call.
Go, you got it. Yes, I'm just holding on to it for right now, okay? If you don't mind. Appreciate it, brother. All right, we're going to go to James, the first chapter. All right. All right, we go online. The diet not yet.
Call, we good online.
All right, we good. Good now. All right,
Call
cool.
it. I got it.
All right, we're going to go to James, the first chapter. All right. A few things we're going to get into tonight is the mind, right? How important it is to not follow your mind, okay? And to not do what the mind wants to do. All right, of course, we know in America, your heart or your mind always want something that is fun, right? Something that feels good, right? Something that is exciting, right? Those are things that the mind wants. But of course, according to the Bible, we cannot live by what the flesh wants, all right? If we decide to live that way, you can forget about it. You understand? You think we die now and, we did 400 years of captivity, things will get worse. Things will get worse for Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians in these last days of time, which is why it is very important, right? Like Paul said, right? Let's go to Romans. Hold on. All right, bear with me 1 second. 1 second. All right. Right fast. Somebody go to Romans 13 and verse 11. Romans 13 and 11. Whoever get it, go and read out, right?
The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Listen, you don't got another year. Okay, you may not have another month, right? The Lord is saying right now is time to get it right. You understand me? If you don't get it right now, you ain't gonna never get it right. You understand me? Like most people in the world, man, they make up excuse after excuse. I can't do this because of my job. I can't stop smoking weed, or I can't stop smoking cigarettes. Why? Because I'm so stressed out and I'm so depressed and I'm so this and I'm so that. Right? The Lord said in the book of Ecclesiastes, because a sinner always maketh an excuse. All right, that's in the Bible. Now, why do a sinner got to make an excuse every time he sins or not? You ever met somebody and say, hey, why you do that? Oh, I did it because I was mad, right? Why do people make up excuses when they sin or when they do anything they do? Go ahead, Trooper.
Try to justify it?
Right, give me a little more when you say that. You're right, you're right. Go ahead, Ibot.
So they have to be accountable for it?
Exactly. So they won't have to feel bad. You understand me? If I can say, hey, I smoked all this weed because my car broke down. Or I left my man because he got another woman, right? So now you won't feel as bad when you are sinning, because now it's like, I did this because of this or because of that, right? Sinners always figure a way out to not have accountability, okay, for their sins or for their iniquities. Which is why when we come up in the truth, right, we are taught what? No excuses, right? It's better to say, listen, I was weak, okay, and I fell. No sweat. You understand me? That's better than saying, hey, I did this because of that. All right, read it again from the top, young man. Romans 13, verse 11.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Now, why is he saying now it's high time to wake out of sleep? Because we are in the last days of time. You understand me? Turn the news, man, we can see. Right? You see blacks and Hispanics and natives, man, dying each and every day. Why? Because we are at the end. And like during the time with Noah, right? Noah told the people, listen, a storm is coming. They ain't listen until the storm came. And now I bet you everybody was trying to get up in that ark. Man, where the hell that crazy nigga Noah at, man? Where is he at with that big ark? Now Noah is nowhere to be found, right? Right now it's time to not feed into your own sexual desires, right? To not listen to your flesh or your lust, to not do what the mind wants to do. Okay, let's read on.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Read that again.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Okay, so now why is he saying for now is our salvation nearer when we believe? Why is he saying that? For now is our salvation nearer because we believe. Why is he saying that? What is salvation? Hi, God.
Christ return.
Right. So now put it together, right? He said, for now is our salvation nearer when we believe. We know Christ is our salvation, right? Christ died on that cross so niggas can live and so niggas cannot die, right? So now, for our salvation is nearer when we believe. Go, young man.
Like it said, then when we believe.
Here you go. Then when we believe. So now put it together, right? Salvation is going to be nigh to us when we believe. Meaning what? What is believing? Believing is obedience unto God, right? Believing is having faith, right? So now he's saying salvation is going to be near unto us when we believe, right? Precept. 144,000, right? The Lord said once those 144,000 men get up in there, then what's going to happen? Our salvation. Then Christ is going to return and deliver us from the hell that we are in. Is any more on that, young man?
Verse 12, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light.
Here you go. Now, what's the armor of light? Commandments of the Most High God. Okay? That is what it comes down to. This the thing, though, right? Your mind don't want to obey God. You understand me? Sometimes obeying God can be boring, man. You understand? You ain't doing the things that you used to do, right? You used to party and have fun and, go here and go there. You call your bros, hey, man, what's going on tonight, bro? Listen, man, we about to have a party, man. We got cocaine, we got weed, we got drugs, we got Xanax, man. We got pills, we got Oxycontin, man. Now you're telling me I got to sit at home and just, be godly? That fight is always going to be there. You understand me? And the only way to overcome that fight is to not listen to you. Okay? You are your worst enemy. Right. Yes, we all know the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We know that. When you look at that mirror each and every day, the fight is you. Okay? It's that man or that woman that is in the mirror that wants to do what? Enjoy life. Want to make money. Want to live life how you want to live life. Right? Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of James, the first chapter, and let's start at verse 1. If anybody has any questions, let me know, all right?
Go.
All right, James 1:1, I buy, when you get it, you read it, all right?
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
James, a servant of God
Mm-hmm.
and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered
All
abroad.
right, you know about Israel, man. We were scattered everywhere. Just like today. We ain't just in America, we in South America, we in North America, some of us are in Africa, right? We in Colombia, we in Mexico, man. We are everywhere. We are scattered abroad, man. Now, why are we scattered abroad? Now, if you get this right, I'd be surprised.
We disobeyed the Most High.
Okay, yes, and because we are lost sheep. We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's why we are everywhere. We ain't just one place. Now, the majority of us is in America, right? But we everywhere. You understand? We are the sheep, man, that Christ came, man, to die for, right? That's why he said, I come to save those which were lost. Paraphrasing it. All right? Let's read on.
Reading, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations.
Read that again.
My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations.
Now, why is he saying kind of joy? Like, you may think about it like, damn, what's so joyful about being in temptation, right? Like, goddamn, I'm tempted, meaning I want to do this, right? Want to smoke this blunt. I want to chill with that sister I don't even know, but I know she a whore. I know once I go over there, she's gonna be wagging that tail everywhere. Okay, it's going to be all in your face, waiting for you, right? Why is he saying count it as joy when you fall into diverse temptation? Because then it is your time to prove yourself to God. You understand? Gold must be what? Tried and be fired. How will you know if any man or woman really love God? If they don't go through anything, you will never know. You understand? You count it as joy, man, when you are tempted. Like Paul said. Paul said, when I am weak, I am strong. Now, with that being said, sometimes when you have like 50 million things going on at once, you're like, damn, you know, I got this, you know, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pay the bills. You know, I got my rent, man, the kids going crazy and all that. Man, what I'm supposed to do? You know, my whole life, all I knew was selling drugs to get money. Now you're telling me I got to figure out another way how to do this, right? When God gave us something, man, that is special, and it's faith, okay? And it's the commandments of God, so we can be able to live and make great decisions, okay? Let's read on.
Okay. Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Read that again.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith. What is the trying of your faith? Real simple, right? Think about it like a black man. Seeing if you are really about this life or not. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? I know in the world, you know, you're somebody big if you can shoot somebody in the head, right? You can knock somebody out. You know, you look at it as if, you know, you just the man on that block, right? Why? Because you got all the drugs, right? You know what you know in that area. You've been there a very long time, right? Well, the trying of your faith is to see who are you really? Who are you when you are at home? Who are you when you at work? Who are you when you around people in the world, right? How will I know, right? You know, anybody can, you know, come on, hey, shalom, hey, how about Shem Yahushai Barakatah? Hey, shalom, how about Shem Yahushai? Yahushua, right? That is great to know how to salute and to know how to, you know, be a brother and to be a sister. it's better to be in here and out there.
Right.
You understand me? Because the trying of your faith is out there. You understand me? Saying, are you about this life? Most people are not. You understand me? And hey, I don't blame you. Hey, this life is not for everybody. You understand me? And for, almost all Christians, right? They should be in that Christian church. You understand me? Because, man, to serve the Most High God, you have to be a special brother, a special sister. Listen, everybody can't say no to themselves. That's how you know if you are a real warrior or not, right? A true soldier knows how to say la to himself. A true sister knows how to say no. Even though, you want the world, you want to enjoy life, but the trying of your faith is in patience, which means what? Over time, your faith will be tried to see if you are really about serving God or not. Let's read on.
Okay. Verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work.
Read that again.
But let patience have her perfect work.
See that you may be going through something for a long time. Be patient. You understand me? Don't give up. Keep pushing. Okay? Read on.
That ye may be perfect and entire,
Mm-hmm.
wanting nothing.
See that? You don't want nothing. Why? Because you are perfect. And if you have faith, you don't need anything else. Hey, if you got faith, man, money is a defense. Money gonna come to you. Precept. Seek ye the kingdom of God first, and all things shall be added unto thee. You understand me? You got patience and you got faith. All you got to do is learn how to wait, okay? Even though your back may be against the wall sometimes. And it's like your mind wants to just snap, right? The mind can be so cardinal sometimes. It's like the mind don't want to wait for nothing. Like, goddamn, I want this and I want this now. You're in traffic, you forget about it. You want to get out of that traffic now. You understand? You don't want to sit in traffic. You want to get up out of here now. Gotta be patient, okay? Right. And show the Lord your faith. All right, let's read on.
Verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
Now, if you lack wisdom, all right, what is wisdom? Ibad?
The application of knowledge.
Yes, and knowing how to make good decisions. Knowing how to pick a woman. Knowing how to talk to a brother. Knowing how to give counsel. You understand? Wisdom comes from the Most High God, and He will give it to you, all right? But He ain't gonna give it to anybody. You understand? Like anything, any gift, right? Anything that comes from God, man. You have to prove yourself. And if you prove yourself before you know it, you have wisdom, you have faith, you have defense, you have money, you have shields, man. You have everything that you need in life, right? Now, in another breath, though, you got Satan telling you, oh, damn, brother, man, you need this right now, man. What the hell are you going to do without your job? Man, you lost your car. What are you going to do about that, brother? And now, before you know, your mind is just it's racing, and it's racing, and it's racing. And in that time when your mind is just racing like that, man, you got to fight back. You understand? If you have anything that's attacking you, like if somebody come up to you and punch you in the face, what you going to do? Man, you're going to defend yourself. You don't got to think about that, right? Somebody come up to you and punch you in the face. Listen, automatically you're gonna let me block. Let me attack them back, right? Well, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling stressed out, when you're feeling like your back is against the wall, that is Satan punching you in the face. You understand? You give you a couple body shots, man. Pow, 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 pow. Well, nigga, you better give him some body shots back. You fight him in your mind. That's where you fight him. Okay, you fight him in your mind. Okay, you have anything or you have anybody attacking you, you attack back. Okay? Satan will play with your mind when it comes to the things that you love. Okay, the things that you love. He will also come in your mind and mess with you as far as your fears in your mind. Right? You got to think about it. He's been with you for a very long time. He knows your weaknesses. He knows your strengths and all that, right? And it's only one way to manage it, and that's having the commandments of the Most High God. Without discipline and not being able to tell yourself no when you know you should not be doing this. In most cases, when you do something evil, when you know you should have not done that, almost immediately you feel like shit. You understand? You almost feel disgusted with yourself. Now, in most cases, why do you feel that way? Let me tell you. Now you feel that way because you don't have that demon giving you the strength to do it now. You understand? Like you need a demon, you need an excuse so you can go get high. Right? You need that strength to knock somebody out. You need that strength to walk up to somebody and shoot them right in the head, right? Well, nigga, when you in jail, you don't have that strength no more. Now you're in there like, what? Damn, what the hell I just do, man? You understand? Like, oh, man. It wasn't even worth it. You understand me? So in most cases, when you commit any sins or any iniquity, once Satan gets you to do what he wanted you to do, immediately you're going to feel like garbage. You understand me? And you want to know you failed the test again and again and again, and you became Satan's bitch. Okay, you gotta stop being Satan's bitch, right? If he's telling you to do something, you tell him no. Hey, in some cases, you gotta tell him no. You understand? Like, listen, Salaki, man, the Lord said, man, confession is good for the soul. Listen, some cases I find myself talking to myself. Man, I hear Satan saying this, and I say, man, come on, you tried this like 2 years ago, bro. 3 years ago. Try something else. He won't use anything else if he is making you fall by the same thing every single time, man. You understand? I mean, the UPK, man, we don't allow demons to control us. We control the demons, and the demons know us. Precept. It's a perfect precept, man, that goes on with it. I just said it. Perfect precept. And I give it, I'm going to give you a hint, right? It's in the New Testament, right? Ibad.
I can paraphrase it, sir.
Uh-huh.
Jesus I know, Paul I know, but
That's exactly what I want. All right. Acts. Right fast. You hold James, Ibad. I'm coming back here. Let's go to Acts, the 19th chapter. All right. Listen, man, you gotta show the Lord you're a warrior. You're a sister. All right, sister. There ain't a lot of these powers neither. Okay. Brotherhood is a weapon. You understand me? And in most cases, man, knowing how to be a real brother and a real sister, you will be able to overcome every fight. Okay? If you can get brotherhood, you can get sisterhood, you'll be all right. All right? Let's go to Acts 19. Hold on. Catch up with everybody right fast. Bear with me. All right, we have anything online? You got it?
Come.
All right, let me hear it right fast.
Yeah, somebody asked, if the Most High wants us to be perfect, and that we are created in His image, why would He create us with imperfections and flaws?
Okay, because being perfect means to obey God. All right, like Christ said, Matthew 5:48. Having a flaw is like, walking from, or having 4 fingers or something like that. You can have flaws and still be perfect. Precept. Paul. Right? Paul had what? He had flaws, right? Mm-hmm. He had a thorn in his flesh. Now, did that stop him from building all those schools? Absolutely not. Now, did that stop him from obeying God? Absolutely not. God damn, you read about brothers that, had flaws, man. Ezekiel had a flaw. What was his flaw? Ibad?
His woman.
Loving his woman more than God. You understand? That was his flaw. Now, did that stop him from going to camp, right, when the Lord put his wife to death? Absolutely not. You understand? You can have flaws, man. This is the thing, right? If you have flaws, like anything, if you have flaws, work on your flaws, man. You understand me? You may have something, man, that you ain't perfect at. Work on it. Ben Simmons, right? He had a flaw. He didn't like to shoot the ball. Work on shooting the ball. You understand me? And before you know it, that flaw wouldn't be a flaw anymore. You understand me? Now, in the Christian church, man, we all got flaws. We all live in the flesh, blah, 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 blah. That's garbage, man. You understand me? It's absolutely garbage. You can overcome your flaws like how you can overcome anything. You can overcome your fear, all your insecurities. You can overcome your anger. You can overcome your flesh. You can overcome you being weak. You can overcome anything if you put your mind to it and if you really want to do it.
Right.
So it's like, all right, you got flaws, so be it. We all have flaws or had flaws, but yet that don't stop us from obeying the commandments of God, because once again, in Matthew, is it 5:48? Matthew 5:48, I believe, Christ said, "Be ye therefore perfect, as your Father is in heaven is perfect." Okay? All right, and what did I call for? Acts the 19th chapter. All right, let's go there right fast. Acts 19, and let's start at verse 11. Acts 19 and verse 11. All right, whoever have it, go ahead, read it.
So the book of Acts, chapter 19 and verse 11. And God wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul.
Read that again.
God will come. And God wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul.
Hey, see that, man? This is the Paul that had thorns in his flesh, man. God damn, he had so many thorns, man. It ain't even mean anything to him after a minute. You understand me? Because he still did miracles, man. Okay, in the sight of the people. Read that again from the top. You die.
God will come. This is the book of Acts, chapter 19 and verse 11. And God wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases departed from them.
See that, man? Paul and healed, man, men and women, man, that had diseases, man, that were sick in their mind. Okay, read on.
And the evil spirits went out of them.
See that? Now, evil spirits. Like, what's an evil spirit? All right, what's another name? Right, you can call an evil spirit. Go ahead, Bob. A demon. Demon, right? Now, how will you know an evil spirit that left someone? All right, give me an example. All right, give me an example of somebody having a evil spirit on them, and then when the evil spirit leaves them. Go ahead, Bob.
Like you saying, like you kill somebody, you go to jail. Now you be moistful, wondering why you did it. Evil spirit left.
Right.
Give me gone. Now you by yourself.
Here you go. Give me another one. When you know the evil spirit then left somebody. I give you one. You have somebody that can't walk, right? He ain't walked his whole life. Now, what you don't see is, right, you see somebody that's crippled, right? You see somebody that never walked, or somebody that have trouble, walking. You see them in a wheelchair, right? Some of them, they have canes, or they need something so they can walk, right? What don't you see? You don't see the evil spirit pushing his legs down. Now, the pushing his legs down is him remembering the past experiences on why he is crippled today, right? Rather, it was, you got into a car accident, or, he was riding a motorcycle, or, he went outside one day, he just got hit by a car, right? You would see that man in his wheelchair, right? What you don't see is the demon that's pushing down on his legs, so he won't get up. So I'm saying it's a demon pushing down on his legs, and talking to him, right? You ever met somebody that say, man, I'll never forget that day. I knew that day. Yeah, I know why you'll never forget. Because a demon jumped on you that day. You understand me? Until you think you're on protecting yourself, you're on guard, right? You can't trust anybody. You can't trust anybody for a reason, man. Because something happened to you in the past. Okay, because that thing happened to you in the past, it don't leave your mind. The second it actually leaves your mind, you walk. Okay? And now you can trust somebody. Now you don't think in your mind everybody is going to F you over, man. Now you're not walking around looking like, man, everybody looking at you funny. I knew this one brother, man. Every time he'd see somebody, yo, man, I'm so tired of everybody looking at me like, looking at you like anything now. You understand me? But in his mind, it's like, man, that nigga just looked at me funny. Oh, you just did this and you just did that. No, that's just in the mind, brother. Sister, everybody ain't talking about you, sister. To you, everything is about you, and everybody is talking about you. But in all actuality, it's just the mind, it's past experiences. You understand me? Why do you think people do drugs, man? Why? In most cases, you do drugs because your parents did drugs. In most cases. Not all, right? And what you didn't realize is your father smoking all that weed and you was like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, right? You just sit on the couch and you sniffing it in. You're an innocent boy. You don't know anything about it. But because you were in that environment, it's like the first opportunity you got to actually do it, it was like, it's okay to do it. Why is it okay to do it? My father does it. Mother been doing it. Right? What you don't know is that that demon that were on your parents were passed down to you. So now you do it, and before you know it, you do it in front of your kids, or you do it in the house. Now, what is that? It's a curse that was passed down to you, and now you want to pass it down to your kids, and unfortunately, your kids is going to pass it down to their kids. Okay, it's only one way out of that curse, and that's good experiences, man. Experiences, serving God, saying no to my own mind, saying no to my own flesh, knowing that I desire to do this so bad, but because of my kids, I'm not going to do it. So I'm saying it's almost like if you can be a brother or a sister, you'll be able to fight every evil, sin that is trying to get you to do something evil. Because you wouldn't think about yourself, you'll think about my son, right? Now your son, that's your son. Your daughter, that's your daughter, but that's also your sister. You understand me? And that's your little brother. Okay, so demons are passed down like that, right? And you won't be able to get out of that curse if you don't have this book and if you don't obey the commandments of God, all right? So the Lord used Paul, man, to heal tons of brothers and tons of sisters, man, that were crazy in their mind, okay? Let's read on, please.
James, sir?
No, not James, Acts.
You had it. Yeah, common concept. Verse 13. Oh, sorry. It's the book of Acts, chapter 19, verse 12, at the end. And the evil spirits went out of them.
Now the evil spirits, man, went out of them, man. They were able to breathe again. Okay, they were able to not be afraid of everything. Now they were able to listen. How can you listen if you got an evil spirit talking to you all day and you're hearing like 50 goddamn demons in your mind, right? And you can't fight them because you refuse to fight them. When I say you refuse to fight them, you refuse to tell yourself no. You cannot fight your mind if you do not tell yourself no. Okay, that is called discipline, and discipline comes from the Most High God, and which is of the Holy Spirit. Okay, that's real strength right there. Strength is not having hands to knock somebody out. That ain't real strength. Strength is not having a gun and being able to rob somebody and take their money and take all their finances and run inside somebody's house and take everything they've been working for, man. Strength is having the ability to tell yourself no, right? To want to do this and pick up this, but yet you say no. You understand? And if you can say no, what are you controlling? You're controlling something when you tell yourself no. But what is it? Please. Okay, yes but no. Your diet?
Your flesh.
Okay, give me a little more when you say your flesh.
When I say when you're controlling your flesh, sir, it means your spirit is overcoming your flesh. Your spirit, you shouldn't be doing this. Your flesh wants to do it, so you deny your flesh. Right. But your spirit is stronger than your flesh in that situation, sir. Right, for sure. Absolutely, you're right? Also, you want to look at it like this, right? Before, let's use drugs, right? Right. Before, you thought about cocaine, and you'll do what? You'll put the cocaine on the table, and you go and sniff the cocaine, right? Mm-hmm. Now you think about the cocaine, right? But you tell yourself, no, what are you controlling? Bob.
Your nose.
What else?
Your hands.
What else?
Your feet.
Your mind. You understand me? And brother, that is power right there. You understand me? Having self-control, wanting to do something, but not doing it, that is the strength that comes from God, okay, mm-hmm. to those that obey him. All right, let's read on.
Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Jesus, saying, we adjure you by Jesus whom Paul preacheth. Verse 14. And there were 7 sons of Sceva, a Jew and chief of the priests, which did so. Verse 15. And the evil spirit answered and said, Jesus I know.
Now, the evil spirit answered and said, Jesus I know. Now, why did the evil spirit say, Jesus I know? Think black, right? Like a black man. Real simple, right? Don't think you're a woman. Nigga, you ain't Cain. Right? You saw that movie. What was the name of that? Set it off?
Go.
Hey, like, nigga, you ain't Cain. Right? Everybody want to be Cain. Right? Now think about it, right? Okay. Why did the evil spirit say, Jesus I know? What?
Jesus cast them out.
Jesus cast him out. He encountered Jesus before. He listened to Jesus before, right? He knows Jesus, right? Because Jesus had him feeling uncomfortable, right? And when you have demons on you, right? And when you go some places or you are around people, it can make you feel uncomfortable, right? It can make you feel really uncomfortable, right? And Jesus cast him out a couple times, man. You understand me? That's why he said, Jesus, I know Christ, man. Christ didn't shut me up a couple times, right? You got a demon on this talk, and then Christ shut him up, right? That's why he said, Jesus, I know you. I was shy. Read on.
And Paul I know.
Now, and he said, Paul I know, right? Now, all right, you gotta be paying attention. Gotta be paying attention, man, to what the demon just he just did something here, right? What did he just do? Now you gotta focus in to really see this. You gotta focus in to really see this. Go ahead.
Check it.
All right. Yeah. No. Not what I'm looking for. No.
What do you say?
He checked them. Checked them. Not what I'm looking for. He just did something. Yeah, do what? I appreciate that. No, he said, Jesus, I know. And Paul, I know. Come on. Right there. He said, Jesus, I know. He said, Yahushua, I know. And Paul, I know. What else do the demon know? Come on. Please.
Oh, he knows that Paul has authority to cast them out, sir.
Yes, but no. He knows rank. Right? He said in rank order. He said, Jesus, I know. Then who came after Jesus? Paul, I know. You understand? Demons know who have the power to cast them out. Right? In most cases, right? That demon will try to hide. Right? When I say hide, meaning he'll try to keep you, a distance. Right? Everybody goes to the Christian church, right? Why? Demons are comfortable there. Here, your demons cannot be comfortable. Why? Because you are going to be told to obey God. And the demon don't like that. And he talks back to you. 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 Until you've been hearing this for a very long time. Think about it, right? Like, it don't happen overnight. You think about something you've been doing for 10 years. You ain't gonna quit cigarettes in a day. All right? Just not gonna happen. It takes consistency, right? And you wanting to get off of cigarettes, right? That demon been with you for 20 years. It is going to be a process of you changing your ways about, man. Changing what you do. Changing where you go. Changing the people you hang around. The people that you talk to, man. It's a process. And an evil spirit don't want you to be in the process. Because he knows if you stay in the process, right, you're a man or you're a woman, right, he will have no choice but to leave and stop talking to you. Why? Because the spirit of the Lord, his voice will be louder than his. And then he has no choice. You understand? That's why he said, listen, Jesus, I know. Paul, I know. Read after that, you die.
But who are ye?
Listen, the old demon, like, hey, you never shut me up before. You understand? He's like, I never encountered you before. Who are you? You casting out demons in the name of Christ, but you never cast me out before. I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. But Christ and Paul's reputation, I know everything about those two brothers right there. All right, let's read on.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them.
Uh-huh.
And they prevailed against them so that they fled out of the house naked and wounded.
Listen, now, why did the demon jump on them? Because the demons had no respect for them. All right, you got demons controlling you. It's because, man, Satan believes that you are his bitch, okay, and he don't have no respect for you. Demons have no respect for you. They know, hey, you're gonna fight, right? You're gonna fight back. Listen, I grew up in Philadelphia, and if you was a brother, man, that ain't defend yourself, and we know you got paid $500 a week. Listen, it was going to be somebody in front of your house waiting for you to go those steps and take your money. Why? Because the brother knows he can do this to you because you ain't gonna fight back. You're a coward. You understand me? Listen, a nigga ain't gonna point his gun at everybody. No, not if you got your gun too. He know he can do this to you. Why? Because you don't have your strap. You don't have no gun. You have no what? Protection. You understand me? Without the protection of God, man, and without being able to tell yourself no, looking yourself in the mirror and wanting to do something evil, but you don't do it, now you have protection. Okay, like the Lord said in the book of Psalms, man, he will be thy shield and thy buckler. And then you won't have to fear nobody. Nobody at all. Okay, let's read on.
Verse 17. And this was known to all the Jews and the Greeks also dwelling at Ephesus. And fear fell on them all, and the name of the Lord Jesus was magnified.
All right, we can drop that. All right, let's go back to James. I think Bob, you had it, right?
Okay.
You got to read that out.
This is book of James 1, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
Hey, listen, if you don't know how to make the right decisions, right, you don't have wisdom, man, you don't have no strength, all right? Hey, you better ask of God, man. You understand me? That's why, man, we pray for all Israel, man. We pray, man, that all Israel receive mercy from Most High God, man. Okay, and so they can repent and change their lives, man, and come back to Him. Read on.
That giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Right, meaning the Lord, He'll give it to you. You understand me, man? You righteous, man. You want to obey Him, and then you actually start to do it. Listen, man, you'll be a wise man. You'll be a man 20 years old, man, with gray hairs everywhere. Right, nigga, you stressing so much. No, you ain't stressing. You got a lot of wisdom up on you, brother. You understand me? You'll be a young sister, man, 30 years old, man, and you have tons of wisdom. Why? Because you didn't experience a lot. Right? That's where wisdom comes from, man. Patience, time. Right? When you make bad mistakes, man, you won't make the same one. Why? Because you learn from it. Right? Think about it like being on child support. Well, you have sex with a woman you didn't know, and before you know it, you're paying child support for 10, 18 years. Now you know to not put yourself in that situation anymore. It's time. All right, you got to give it time. Things don't happen overnight. All right, think about it like going to school. You don't go to school for 2 days to be a doctor. Right, to get your bachelor's degree. You don't go to school for two months to get a bachelor's degree, right? To receive a trade, to learn how to be a plumber or engineer, man. It takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes consistency. Okay, let's read on.
Okay. Verse 6. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering.
Okay, you understand that? Meaning you ain't going to the Lord like, oh man, he may do this or he may not. No, you gotta go to the Lord, man, being what? confident, okay? Not shaky and wavy. Read on.
For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed.
Here you go, you're open-minded, man. You're going to be everywhere. Hey, everybody want to bully you. The wind, the sea. Hey, you want to go wherever the wind say goes, man. Everybody is going to bully you. Read on. Why? Because you don't stand up for yourself, and God is not with you. Okay? Read on.
Verse 7. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord.
Listen, that man ain't going to receive anything from the Lord. Why? Because that man is a sinner. Why do you think the Lord want to help you from your low state condition that you are in? Yeah, you're sad now because things getting a little rough. Well, God damn, you wasn't sad, man, when you was sick. Right? You know, you wasn't sad then. But now you're so sad and now you're so sorry. Oh, hey. Listen, man, the Lord said he will mock when your enemy cometh. Why did he say that? For those that don't take his counsel and don't walk in his ways and don't obey him and don't be obedient. Listen, when your enemy comes, listen, the Lord won't laugh at you, man. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, that's in the Bible. All right, read on.
Verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Read that again.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Now, what is a double-minded man? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. What is a double-minded man? Young man, what's your name again? You give me Proverbs, the first chapter. All right? Read that one more time, my God.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Now, who would be considered a double-minded man or woman? Go ahead, Bob.
Somebody that's open-minded?
Somebody that's open-minded. Who else? Double-minded. You don't know what to do. You don't know if you should obey God or you don't know if you should not obey God. That's double-minded. The Lord said, what? Make thy election sure. Okay? Don't be unsure. Be sure. Don't be double-minded. Don't be lukewarm. Okay? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Man, if you double-minded, you won't be a good employee. You won't be a good athlete. Right? You won't be a good lawyer. You won't be a good a doctor. You won't be good at anything. Why? Because you are double-minded. Right? You want something this minute, but the second minute you changes your mind every time. Every time you changes your mind. A double-minded man or woman is unstable in all his ways, man. Right? It's raising kids, man. You won't raise no good kids being double-minded, right? Matter of fact, your kids will grow up and be double-minded just like you. That'd be a curse, right? You passing down to your kids. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Read on,
God. Verse 9. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted.
All right, drop that. Let's go to Proverbs, the first chapter. All right, Proverbs 1. And I'll start at verse 1, young man.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 1.
And then after verse 1, right, you want to drop down to verse 21. Okay? Now you read that nice and loud.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 and 1. No sweat.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thy ear into wisdom and apply thy heart to understanding, Verse 3. Yeah, if thou criest after knowledge and lifteth up thy voice for understanding. Verse 4. If thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hidden treasures. Verse 5. Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God.
See that? That's where it comes down to. You can know all the breakdowns in the world, right? It means nothing if you are not afraid, man, to die when you sin against Yahweh, man. Okay? Now you want to drop down to 2 and 22. Proverbs 2. No, I'm sorry, 3 and 22. Proverbs 3 and 22.
Book of Proverbs chapter 3, verse 22. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy ways safely, and thy foot shall not stumble.
Hey, see that? The Lord saying, listen, you obey me, man. Hey, you ain't going to stumble. You are going to be safe. You're going to be able to go outside. You don't got to look behind your back. Right? Thinking somebody's going to shoot you or somebody's going to do something evil to you because the evil things you have done in the past. The Lord said what, man? When thou comest to serve the Most High God, even thy enemies will seek to be at peace with thee. All right? Now you want to go back to Proverbs, right? 1, on the first chapter, and you want to read 23. All right? And you want to read down to the end of 27, all right? So Proverbs 1 and start at 23, please.
Book of Proverbs chapter 1, verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refuse.
Now, what is reproof? What's reproof? Ibad.
Correction.
Correction. All right, you gotta be corrected. All right. Read on. 24.
Because I have called and ye refuse.
Now he said, because I have called and ye refuse. Right. Okay. Why is he saying this? Why did he say, because I have called and ye refuse? These are the brothers or sisters that receive the commandments of God, but they resist the Spirit of God. You understand me? You have the law, right? But you resist the Holy Spirit. When I say you resist the Holy Spirit, you won't do the law, right? You hear it, you have it, you know it, but you don't actually do it. All right? Read that again from the top, young man.
Because I have called and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
All right, you see that, man? You know how much it takes, man, to even learn the truth? Man, to even learn that Christ was a black man? God damn, and in some cases, I know Marah, man. Listen, Officer Yawash, my older brother, man, I post something on Facebook earlier, man. Went through Hebrew Academy. Listen, man, this brother ain't found the truth, man. I believe he's in, 70s? You're dying.
He graduated when he was 60. He said he graduated when he was 65.
Listen, 65 years old, man, graduated Hebrew Academy. Having this truth is gold, right?
Right.
It is the thing that God is not giving to everybody. Right. You understand me? The Lord don't give this truth to everybody. But now he's saying here, because I have called and ye refuse, right? Read after that.
I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
See that? I said, hey, listen, brother, take it. You want it? No, life is fun in the world. I could be smoking a ton of weed right now. I can be having sex and I can just live my life how I want to live my life, right? Hey, you ain't want to take my hand. Read on.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel.
See that? You ain't listen to none of the counsel of the Most High God, man. Don't do this. Be strong. Don't be weak. Right? Read on.
And would none of my reproof.
See that? You want to take no correction, man. Hey, brother, hey, sis, man, You know you ain't supposed to be doing that, man. Man, you know you got a husband, man. That is off, man. You understand me? It's out the spirit. Brother, what the hell are you talking about? You smoking because you stressed out. What's that? What's that? No, you gotta be better than that, brother.
Right.
Got to be better. And will not of my reproof. You won't take my correction. Read on.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
Read that again.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
See that times get hard, boy, when sin start to catch up to you. Right? Sin feels good, right? Until you start to pay for it. It feels good and it's fun, right? Until it's time to pay for it. And now, why me? What did I do? Why did I lose this? Why did I lose that? Right? Read on.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
Oh, you afraid now, brother? Oh, sister, you afraid of this? You afraid of that? Man, the Lord up in heaven laughing. Hey, man, should have listened to me. Should have listened to your father. But yet you wanted the world, man. Right? So now I'm going to give you the world. You want to take my hand? You want to take my gold? God damn, you're going to leave my gold for some pennies that ain't going to last but for a day or two? God damn, this gold we talking about, man, this is fine gold, man. You understand me? Gold that ain't going to ever be cast away. Right. Gold that is going to be with us for a very long time. Crowns of gold. Gold that is going to last for eternity. We talking about lifetime, brother. Sister, yes, we talking all a lifetime. Okay? Read on.
When your fear cometh as desolation.
See, that's going to come as desolation, meaning it's going to come like this, right? It's going to come almost like a storm. It's going to be one thing, it's going to be another, and this, and that, and this, and that. It's going to hit you so hard, right? So hard. Read on.
And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
See that? Now you start to fall. You go to the hospital, you find out you got cancer. Now you start to lose somebody that you love, man. You understand me? Now you're sad, and now you're so depressed, and you're upset, and now it's like the world is against you. Oh, yeah, you better believe the world is against you, man, because God is against you, man. And God is against anybody that refuse to hearken and refuse to obey his voice. Read on.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
Right, you see that? Now everybody want to pray for God, right? When the COVID-19 came, oh, Jesus, right? Now times is hard, and now you need my help. Remember, the Lord is a black man in spirit, all right? You're gonna not be with me when I had $5 cents in my pocket, huh? But now I got $1 million. Now you my guy. No, brother, it don't work like that, man. All right, the Lord wants us to obey Him now. And He said you're gonna call, but now I'm not going to hear. Read on.
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Listen, man, you always have people say, yeah, I got a freedom of choice. Oh, yeah, you better believe you got a freedom of choice, right? But if you make the wrong choice, you pay for that choice, man. Right. All right, you pay for that bad decision you made, man. All right, read on.
They would none of my counsels.
See that? You're going to listen to none of the counsels of God, right? Read on.
They despised all my reproof.
See that? Despise all the Most High on correction, right? Read.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way. And be filled with their own devices.
And now, with that being said, what you have done is going to turn around and punish you. That's the God that we serve, man, right? That whore, right? And you that had sex with it, or the woman you done sold drugs to, now drugs is going to be your problem, right? Now that whore, that slut, that you refuse to obey God because of that hoe, right? Now she is going to leave you and she is going to punish you. Your own devices are going to destroy you. Listen, the Most High God is no joke. Right. Okay, when you play with the Most High God, you are playing with fire. Okay, and we all know. Okay, you play with fire, young man, young woman, you get burnt. Right? You can touch the fire, and you can learn the hard way, or you can learn through joy and inspiration. Okay, and of the holy scriptures of God. You can learn about King David and his mistakes, or you can make the same mistake and pay for it. You understand me? That's why the Lord gave us this Bible. We're supposed to read this Bible and not want to make the same mistakes that our great granddaddies and grandmothers have made by sinning against God. Let's read on. Yeah, man. No sweat.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely.
See that? Listen, I play poker, man, and boy, oh boy, I don't like to make bets that I don't like to bluff. You understand me? Every now and then I bluff, but if I'm bluffing, man, I'm only putting about $25 on that hand. All right. I'm not about to put the 500 coins on a bluff of your die. I'm not about to do that. You understand me? You got to play to win.
Right.
Now, this is the thing, right? When you are not obeying God, you are gambling. Right? When I say gambling, meaning you don't know what could happen to you. Right? Now, if you play poker, now you play poker like me, man, you're going to play to win. You ain't going to gamble. You're going to play to win. You're going to bet something you know you're going to win, right? And, you know, the same thing as obeying God, man. You obey God, you'll be safe. If you don't obey God, you will lose, okay? And who knows what can happen to you when you listen to yourself, okay? Like I said previously, you are your worst enemy. Okay, yourself and your mind and, you know, your past experiences and things that you went through in the past, it's only one way to fight, and that's to not listen to yourself, all right? Let's read on, please.
But whoso hearkeneth unto me should dwell safely and should be quiet from fear of evil.
Read that again.
But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
See that? You ain't going to be afraid of anything happening to you. You don't got to look behind your back. Why? Because you work for the man who created life and death.
Right.
Whom shall I be afraid of? Now you won't be afraid of anything. If you are afraid of anything, then you got to look yourself in the mirror and really do some self-examination. Okay? And find out, why are you afraid? Okay? Because perfect love casteth out fear. If you have perfect love towards God, then you won't be afraid of nothing, nobody, the Father we fear. You only be afraid of the Father. And now, because you are afraid of the Father, there's some things you won't do anymore because of that fear. That type of fear that you want. Right? You don't want the type of fear of thinking somebody's going to shoot you because you owe them money. No. You want the fear of, if I go against God, I could be paralyzed today or tomorrow. That's the type of fear, and that fear is going to stop sin. All right. Let's drop that. Let's go to Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, 3 and 5. All right, 3 and 5 and 6. Iba, you go ahead and read that.
Oh God. This is book Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Trust in the Most High with all thy heart. Meaning you got to give him your all. Right? Well, you can't come to the Lord, you know, half stepping. No, you got to come to him with your all, everything. Right? Read on.
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
And do what?
Lean not unto thine own understanding.
And lean not, right, upon thy own understanding. Right? Any more on that?
Verse 6 says.
Okay, let me hear that.
In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path.
Okay, all right, you can drop that. Let's go to Jeremiah 17 and 9. All right, Jeremiah 17 and 9. When you get it, you read that, all right? All right, Jeremiah 17, verse 9. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. You got that look Bob?
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and 9.
Uh-huh.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
Read that again.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
Listen, the heart, man, your mind will have you hating your brother for no apparent reason. I'm trying to tell you. Your mind will have you hating your sister for no reason. The heart, the mind, is deceitful above all things. Which one you gotta tell your mind no. All right, you gotta say la to yourself. You gotta talk back to your mind. Right. Fight your mind like anything. You have anything or anybody attacking you, you fight back. All right, read that again from the top box.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
The heart is deceitful above all things. Go ahead.
And desperately wicked. Who can know it?
See that? Who knows it? Most High knows it. You understand me? Mine is wicked as hell. You got little demons talking to you all day trying to fool you. Trying to play. I'm trying to tell you, the second they get you, it's like, damn, man. Damn, I'll listen to them. Hey, listen to them because you listen to yourself. All right? Any more on that? All right, let's drop that, right? Does anybody have any questions? No sweat. Let's go to Proverbs 19 and 20. All right? Proverbs 19 and 20.
This book, Proverbs, the 19th, verse 20.
So like I'm gonna have the young man read that, right, Bob? You hold Proverbs 11 and 14 for me, Bob. All right? All right, go ahead. You got a young man.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction.
Go ahead, 19, please. 19 and 19.
Verse 19. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment.
Read that again.
A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment.
Right, so angry all the time and you always losing your temper. Oh boy, listen, you're gonna lose some fights. You understand? A man of great wrath, always angry all the time. You're gonna be in jail. You're gonna be in prison. You're gonna do time after time and after time again. Right? Read on.
For if thou deliver him, yet thou must do it again.
Go ahead.
Hear counsel and receive instruction.
Read that again.
Hear counsel and receive instruction.
Hear counsel, right? Why is he saying hear counsel? Because when you receive counsel or counseling, you are not listening to yourself. Okay, listening to yourself, you'll be an angry man all day, 24/7, you know. Hey, you'll be like me in traffic, all right? Hey, don't be like everybody in traffic. Trying to tell you. Well, I think I saw one of y'all cars the other day. No, I'm messing with you. Trying to tell you now. Trying to tell you, the Lord said, hear counsel and receive instruction, right? Read on, young man.
That thou mayest be wise in the latter end.
See that time, like I said earlier, man. It takes time. Now, you may listen to the counsel and you may not see your results immediately. But what we do and how we live our life today, is it for the short term or the long term? It's for the long term, right? It's for the kingdom of God, right? If I wanted to live be on the short term, I'll just live life how I want to live life, right? Knowing that I only live one life. We live this life now and we obey God for the latter end, right? To receive his rewards and his blessings. It's the same as listening to counsel, right? In the end, you will win. And we didn't, listen, I saw brothers, man, get counsel from the school, man, with their kids, you got evil baby mother. And over time, you know, who always won? We win every single time. Every single time. But of course, if you're going through something, you know, with your baby mother and you ain't going about it the right way, man, you're going to just be full of wrath. Trying to tell you, you're going to kill him. Trying to tell you, that's what's going to happen. And you're going to end up hating your kids, man. Why? Because your kids going to hate you. Because of all that garbage, man, your baby mother been, you know, spitting in their ears, man. With all things, rather it's, you know, children, raising a family, or, you know, taking to slavery, or building a nation, or having to make the right decision. Why put pressure on yourself when you don't have to, when you are in school? You get my point. You don't got to make no decisions alone. No crucial ones, right? Listen, you get counsel. You get counsel and receive instruction and learn how to move. It's like chess. Like, you can't always move on your anger. You are going to lose, right? You got to learn how to move. How can you learn how to move and to make the right choices and right decisions if your mind is unstable? If your mind is not right? If your mind is not right, you are moving by your own thoughts and not logic. All right, let's read on.
That verse, Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart.
Now, what is devices here? There are many devices in a man's heart. What is devices here? We also know this one. Go ahead, Nabal.
Feelings,
What's another word for feelings?
emotions,
What?
emotions.
Emotions. Listen, you got many devices in your mind. You hear them all goddamn day. Emotions, your feelings, man. To be an excellent brother, right? And a brother that knows how to fight, and a sister that knows how to fight. You are going to hear emotions all day. But in the truth, you cannot listen to your emotions. They are devices set in place to destroy you. All right? So you can make the same decisions over and over and over again and regret them every single time. Read that again from the top, young man.
There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand.
See that? The counsel of Yahweh, that will stand. Right? Counseling is very important, because when you receive counseling from God, you are not listening to yourself, but you are listening to wise men. All right? Let's go to 1 Kings, the 12th chapter. Hey, Bob, you holding something for me?
Okay.
All right, read that before we go to 1 Kings, all right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, and verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Read that again, let everybody know where you at.
This book of Proverbs, chapter 11, and verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Where no counsel is, the people fall. Christianity. Okay? And you listen to that preacher if you want. Shit. You're going to lose your man, you ain't gonna have no man, you're going to lose your woman, you're going to lose everything. The people are going to fall. Okay? Without counsel. Why? Because without counsel, you have people listening to themselves, man. You have people listening to their own emotions, their own feelings, how I feel, and this, and I wasn't feeling you today. Where there is no counsel, the people fall. Read on.
But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
Read that again.
But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
Now, in the multitude of counselors, man, now there is safety. Now you can protect yourself. Now you can make the right decision and not the wrong one. Okay? Read on.
Verse 15.
All right, you can drop that. All right, let's go to Kings. First Kings. Counseling is very important. You don't got to fight anything alone. Now, of course, in our minds, sometimes our minds tell us that it's you and it's the world. No, it's not. All right. Don't ever find yourself saying you got this. No, you don't got it. All right, you don't got it, man. That's why we have brotherhood. That's why we have sisterhood, and that's why we have a system set in place. Okay, so you won't fail. Right, so you won't make the same mistakes every single time. All right, let's go to 1 Kings, the 12th chapter. Right, and let's start at verse 1. Bob, you got it.
So, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 12, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel were come to Shechem to make him king.
Go
Verse 2. And it came to pass when Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, verse 4, thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father and his heavy yoke, which he put upon us lighter.
All right. Now, what is the yoke here? What's the yoke? He said, thy father made our yoke grievous. All right. I'm talking about King David. All right. We said, your father. Talking about King David here. Now, therefore, make thou the grievous service of thy father and his heavy yoke. What is the yoke?
Is it the work?
No. Yeah, man.
Taxes.
Taxes. Right. King David, boy, when he was in charge, man, he was taxing the shit out of people, man. You understand me? It was while they coming to him, like, listen, man, your father gave us a heavy yoke, right? Now, hey, can you lighten the yoke a little bit? Right, says, now you're gonna be in charge and you the next king up. Go ahead, Bob.
What verse is that?
Where we at? I'll let the brother know where you at, please.
Oh God, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 12, and verse 4.
Go ahead, read on.
Verse 5. And he said unto them, depart yet for 3 days.
Read 4 again from the top, right there.
Okay.
Bob, please.
Verse 4. Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father and his heavy yoke, which he put upon us lighter.
Well, they saying, man, can you lessen the taxes, please? It's rough in Israel right now. If you don't mind, you can, lighten it down a little bit. Baba Kajal, please, read on.
And we will serve thee.
And listen, man, we're gonna serve thee, man. You take care of the people love you. Right? Unlike, Donald Trump. Right? Donald Trump don't take care of the people. Any U.S. president, man, they don't take care of the people. Right? Unrighteous are in authority, the people mourn. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Read on.
Verse 5. And he said unto them, depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me.
Right, gotcha. So he's saying, listen, man, give me a couple days, man. Let me think about it. Right? Depart for a few days. Go ahead.
And the people departed.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived.
Go ahead.
And said, how do ye advise that I may answer this people?
Right, so now Solomon, you're asking on the old men, man, that been around for a long time. He said, how do ye advise that I may answer this people? Go ahead.
Verse 7. And they spake unto him, saying, if thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever.
All right, so what did the old men just tell Solomon? Please.
Lighten the taxes, lighten the burden.
Yes, he just told them to lower the taxes. Right? Saying the people, man, they're going to love you and they will serve you. Right? The old men gave him counsel, and their counsel was to lower the taxes. Now, he ain't say it like that, but we all get what he meant. Right? Read on.
Okay. Verse 8.
Uh-huh.
But he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him.
All right, so now he ain't listen. Now, did he have to listen? No, but it would have been wise for him to listen to the old men. All right, read that again from the top.
Okay. But he forsook the counsel of the old men.
Solomon was about his money. He said, listen, man, David tax y'all. Listen, I'm about to get paid too, all right? I'm taxing all the poor, and I'm not going to lower the taxes. Solomon forsook the counsel of the old men. Read on.
Which they had given him,
Mm-hmm.
and consulted with the young men,
God.
that they were grown up with him, and which stood before him.
Right. So Solomon, he chilling with the young man, that he was, grown up with, man. The young man, like, hey, listen, man, we got to raise these taxes, man. We got to keep them the same, man. You understand? The old man gave him some good advice, right? To serve the people so the people will serve you. When you are in charge, you have to think about the people. It cannot be about you. Okay, leader after leader after leader, all these leaders we didn't, had in the United States of America, man, your preacher and your pastor, they don't think about the people. They all think about themselves, right? To be in charge and to lead men, to lead women, you almost have to be selfless. You got to think as if, you were poor, right? If you were poor, what the hell do you want? What do we want in America today? What do we need in America today? We need money, right? I need money. You got to pay bills. You got to take care of your own kids. You got to pay your rent. Money is a what? Defense, right? It is brotherly to think about other men and other women besides yourself, okay? And if you can have that mindset, you'll be okay. All right. So now King Solomon ain't listened to the old men when they gave him counsel to lower the taxes. Go ahead, I got
This is King Solomon's son, Rehoboam.
Come, Most High Christ, the water. Read on.
Verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto them, what counsel give ye that we may answer this people? Who have spoken to me, saying, make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter. Verse 10. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto this people, that spake unto thee, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us.
Yeah, he's saying, man, listen, man, loosen up the taxes a little bit, man. We can use that little extra funds, man. Extra money. All right, go ahead.
Thus shalt thou say unto them, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins.
All right, so now what did he just say by saying that? Read it one more time.
From top, sir?
No, the last line you just read.
My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins.
Okay, now break it down. Go ahead.
He said he's going to increase the taxes.
Exactly. Hey, listen, you're like, man, you think I'm king. Listen, you think my father was on taxing you, right? I am going to thicken it. Okay, I am going to increase the taxes now. All right, go ahead.
Verse 11.
We're going to find out what happened after that. Go ahead.
And now, whereas my father did lay you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father had chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
Hey, you understand that. Go ahead. Drop down to verse 13, all right?
Verse 13. And the king answered the people roughly and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him.
Listen, when you forsake counsel, you is always going to make an unwise decision in life. Right? To be wise, you got to listen to wise people. All right? That makes sense, right? You want to learn anything about credit, you got to listen to people that knows about credit. You want to know anything about buying a house or buying a car, right? You got to listen to people, right, that have been doing this for a long time, that been experienced so much about buying houses and buying new cars, right? To be wise, you got to listen to wise people. Right. You got to listen to men that been around for a long time. In most cases, your granddaddy, man. You understand? He'll tell you, listen, brother, I've been there before. And in most cases, it goes in one ear and out the other until you're like 30, 40 years old. You're like, dang, I was supposed to listen to my granddaddy then. You know what I'm saying? Then I would have been good. I wouldn't be in this situation that I am in right now. That's why the Lord gave us this book, man. Right. You understand me? As wisdom and instruction and guidance, man, to be able to not make bad decisions. Listening to yourself, you will always make a bad decision. Every single time. Which is why the Lord said, the heart is deceitful above all things, and who can know it? All right? Is any more on that? ISUPK?
That was in the verse, sir.
All right, no sweat on. You can drop that, right? All right, right fast. Let's go to, bear with me one second. Hold on. Let's go to 1 John. Let's go to 1 John right fast. We have anything online?
Just one more, sir. Same brother earlier.
Let me hear.
He asked, as men that oftentimes act on impulse and desire and physical temptation and fornication, how does the Most High expect us to engage in relations with our wives or one woman for a lifetime?
So one woman for a lifetime. You get in class, brother. All right, you start there. You get in class and you learn from wise men, okay, that been around for, long time, since 1969, okay. Without coming to class is almost like fighting your demons, right? If you don't come to class, you won't fight temptation. You won't know how to deal with a woman, right? You won't know how to be slow to anger or slow to wrath, right? So you want to receive wisdom, but wisdom is not in the world. Wisdom is in the school. Wisdom is here to make great choices, man, to know how to pick a woman. God damn, being in the world, when you pick a woman, man, on how she look, and then you wonder why the marriage ain't last long. Well, goddamn, you didn't know the girl, man. You didn't know her but for what? A week, 2 weeks, right? A month. Wisdom comes from God. Without wisdom, there's nothing, right? That's why Solomon said in Proverbs, right? Man, he said, man, wisdom is sweet to my tongue. Meaning you hear wisdom and you want to be wise, right? It's almost like when you receive so much wisdom, right? Man, you're going to hurt a lot. Why? Because now you want to see reality for reality. You want to know who really loves you and who don't. So, of course, brother, man, what I do, and I hope I answer your question right. You come to class and you receive the wisdom of God and you apply it with your life. And Hey, you won't have to worry about anything, brother. All right? Is there anything else on the line? Or we good?
Oh,
All right, no sweat. All right? Let's go to 1 John right fast. No, I'm sorry. 2 John 1-6.
So, this is the book of 2 John, chapter 1 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
All right, read that again.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Why? Because when you have wisdom, now you know what real love is. And real love is not emotion, and it ain't just saying that I love my woman, and you know, when you're mad, y'all fighting, and goddamn, you're fighting like cats and dogs all day, 24/7, right? Real love is an action. Okay? Read it again from the top, please.
So, God,
And this is love,
Uh-huh.
that we walk after his commandments.
Read it again.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. Go ahead, please. All right, Bob.
oh, can you read it?
Is it any more on that?
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, please.
This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it.
Okay. Now, what do it mean to walk in it, to do it? Right? Don't talk the talk, but walk the walk. Right? You can't just, talk about the commandments. You gotta actually do it. Go ahead, Doc.
got one more question.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on.
A
What?
sister asked, sir, if I may, so who can cast out demons?
Today.
Yeah, she just asked.
Yeah, kind of no sweat. Who can cast out demons today? The priests and prophets in the ISUPK. Right? Now, of course, casting out demons means to teach someone, right? And anybody can be taught. But if you want a demon to not just leave for a minute, but leave for a long time, you have to keep being taught, right? Because demons comes back, right? You could be beating something for 1 minute, then the next minute you ain't beating it. But to answer your question, sis, the brothers in the ISUPK, right? And of course, the power comes from the Most High God, and it comes from His discipline and His strength and His power and His ability and through brotherhood and sisterhood. All right, so I hope I answered your question, sis. Is anything else online, or we good?
That's it, sir.
All right, no sweat. Let's go to Proverbs 3:12.
So, God, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth.
Read that again.
For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth.
See that? If the Lord loves you, man, the Lord will correct you every time. Now, if you have somebody just telling you what you want to hear, right? You're venting to somebody and they just telling you exactly what you want to hear. That is not real love. Real love is being told, brother or sister, what you have done was wrong. All right? And if you ain't being corrected, you ain't being what? Love. You understand me? Because the Most High loveth those He correcteth. You understand me? And if you ain't being corrected, it's almost like, how can you love your kids if you don't tell them what to do or what not to do? If you don't correct your kids when they do something wrong. Now, do you really love your kids? No. No, you love your kids when you chastise them when they do something bad. Like any good parent, right? You don't want to whoop your kids every time. But then sometimes it's like, oh, all right, come in this room. Pow, pow, pow. You have no choice but to do it. Why? Because they kept doing it. They kept doing it. They kept doing it. The Most High God is a merciful God, man. Like, man, He'll let you get away with a lot. You understand me? Should have been dead a long time ago. Then before you know it, man, now it's time for a whooping. The Lord loves you. And He wants you to change your life, right? Wants you to repent and to be born again. That's why he is correcting you. Okay? Any more on that?
Okay.
Please.
Even as a father, the son in whom he delighted.
There you go. You get my point. All right. You don't correct your children. You don't love your kids. You let them, run around like, the baby kids. Hey, they do what they want. They eat what they eat. And they say what they say. And, yeah, I love you. No, that ain't love. Real love is, correction. Being told to not do that thing that you truly want to do. That's true love right there. And if the Lord loves you, hey, he's going to correct you. He's going to beat you up a little bit. You're going to feel it. You ain't going to like it all the time. But that is going to change you. Without that, like you think about it, without AIDS, right? HIV, wouldn't there be more homosexuals everywhere? Gun violence, man, from drugs. If it wasn't, people killing one another over selling drugs to my mother, selling drugs to my daddy or my family, guess what will happen? More people will sell drugs, man. The Lord don't want us living that way. So he whoop you up a little bit. And if you are wise, you don't want the next whooping because it could be what? Please.
Worse.
It could be worse. Right? You want to quit right now. Or, pain will make you quit. Now you make the choice. It's either you quit now or more pain will then make you quit. And with that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Yediah.
Gather I'm all your short up front here. That being said, we're the ISUPK, which are 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Johanna Wolf, brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to the school, you're off for 6 months. You can be saluted only. We're here to share the shelter of the world. If you need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. And after 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe is the commandment. You can read about this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. ISUPK means 10th in Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the treasury department. Priest fund, free will for the priest fund, free will for the priest, not mandatory. Whatever amount you'd like to give, up and come home convocation, will be the priest of the room, which is Thursday and Friday, February 25th and 26th. I think it's the 15th day, it's like the 14th day and 15th day of the 12th month, and you can read about that in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20-31. Make sure you check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you got to wear all black, boot, shirt, hairband, scarf. With that, I mind you. Please stand. Slug, sir. So that y'all hit me. And we can set up prayer for the sister.
All right, what's the name?
Your power cup.
Your power cup. Come, what's right on? Pray.
Power with those we turn to face the east. Let's see how blessings. Pray for the blessings.
Yes, please. Yeah, it shouldn't be it's like you do. I don't know about it. Don't worry about it.
Come on, Pastor.
Yahweh. Bahashem. Yahweh Shai. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. Yapa. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water out mouth.
Sorry. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Admaj, Barak, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Thumb, God's Matai, sorry for the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Admaj, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Al Thumb, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, God's Matai.